What up, this is Soso with Detour ENT here at Focus TV Studios. And we are back with another episode of the Soso and Uggy Show.
7 of them bitches.
Episode 7. Now I know on the last episode, what did I say? Episode 5? And it was in fact episode 6 now. So we are on episode 7 for sure.
Excuse me. Pardon us. We fuck up from time to time.
Right, it happens, you know, and I think I've said it before, like my mind, it goes blank sometimes.
$1 million plays all the time. Just can't keep up with everything, you know.
Yeah. So, man, this weekend has been pretty like hot.
Hot as fuck.
Hot and humid, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And I know, like, for me, I didn't really do too much this weekend. I just went out to eat. Actually, I went to Wyandotte. You ever been to Wyandotte?
No, did you go to the one place with the macaroni shits?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. But you know, Wyandotte has like the I don't know if you call it it's not a lake, a river.
I think it's a lake. It's a body of water.
A body of water, yes, a body of water that surrounds, or you know, just on one side of Wyandotte. But we was able to eat like in front of the water at a restaurant. Made us feel like we was on vacation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though we was on like 20 minutes from the house.
Right. That's what's up.
So we did that, and then you know, Ava had her like second play date, which she did good on. She did good. It's so funny because like me and my wife, we don't usually let me take a drink. I'm just holding this.
Right.
Me and my wife, we don't usually like hang around like a lot of kids or like families with kids and stuff like that. So Ava, you know, she normally just around us. So the whole reason we did this play date thing was to see how she would be around other kids and to, you know, just get her a little bit interactive with them. But she did good. The only thing I'll say is that she's very touchy-feely, which I don't know where she get that from. I don't know where she get that from, but she got, you know, touch your face, touch your head, you know, pull up on your shoulder.
But she ain't no toy. Is you the real thing? You know.
Right, because you're about the same size as me, so. But yeah, but overall that went good. But that was basically my weekend, man.
Yeah. No, you know, Friday was the old lady birthday, so we had a shindig. Well, we didn't have a shindig. We went to Del Mar rooftop thing, and it was cool. It was a nice little vibe, though. It was just I got a bit confused by the rules a little bit, but they had a dress code, and this always gonna baffle me. The dress code. One of her friends came in, and she had on like a short set, but it had holes in it. But the key thing was, oh no, she got the furry sandals on. And I was cracking jokes about the shit. I said, yeah, because they know the furry sandal motherfuckers more likely to start fights and shit like that. The furry sandal motherfuckers are the ones that's going to tee the club up, so they don't even want it in there.
Now, could you actually see the sandal, or was it literally like the fur was so big it was covering her whole foot and?
No, like I guess you can. I mean, you can see. You know how the furry motherfuckers is. Like you can see it, but like I think it was a summation of all she had on, because there was other people who had sandals. Like I didn't get it. So like when my fiance had some other sandals she was gonna give her at the door, like, oh, the fur is the problem, because he kept saying stuff about the fur. He like, no, I don't give a fuck, no sandals, whatever. But it was people in our party that had sandals on, but they had dresses on. So I'm like, okay, yeah, they ain't playing about this dress code shit, whatnot. Then, you know, it just had me looking like, hey man, this motherfucker got on some itty bitty ass shorts, a t-shirt, and Air Force Ones. This motherfucker got on a tank top. And so what is the dress code per se? Like, is that
So I'm going to tell you, the dress code is whatever the bouncer will allow in, because it's at their discretion. And if you were to throw him like a $20 bill or a $3 bill, he would let her in.
But like, no, like I said, I'm sure these motherfuckers, it was so many motherfuckers that had on whatever. I know they ain't everybody just saying, I'm just picking and choosing, really though.
No, I went, when we went down to Texas or whatever, they did the same thing. It was me, my friend, my wife, of course, and then her boyfriend. So he had on some Jordans, some jeans, and just a white tee. And they wouldn't let him in the club. But when you look in, just like you see these niggas in like fucking basketball shorts. Like got them ugly ass dock shoes on with the basketball shorts.
Listen, man, that was my whole night. For a good majority of the night, I was watching what motherfuckers was wearing. Like, how the fuck she ain't get in, but this nigga got on.
Right.
And his shirt ugly too. So that shirt ain't even sweet. What the fuck?
And what's so funny is you would think they would let a woman in.
Yeah,
you want more women in the club than anything. So what the hell was your problem?
Like I said, she had on a little short set, something like that, but it had holes all through it and all whatnot. So I don't know. Me personally, I always dress like, if I'm paying my money, I'm wearing a collared shirt. Like, I'm gonna just be safe.
Right.
And that's what that's what bag I'm in. You know, I'm old, so like I want to distinguish myself. I'm the old nigga in the party. You see the collar shirt. I'm with the old crowd, so I ain't even worried about what y'all doing over there. You know, go ahead. But like, it was weird though. I had a birthday party. It was like that too, and they made it. I got put out of this club before for not being dressed. So I'm like, yeah, we gonna make sure we dress and whatnot. And I see, wait, man, this motherfucker got a jogging suit on. Now I'm a fashion police. Hey, somebody check this jogging suit nigga right here.
Yeah, that's crazy, but yeah, usually, like I said, the females, they let the females in look at any type of way because you want them in there.
You want them, you just want them in there. Less is more too.
Right.
So like I said, you'd think the see-through joint would have got it, you know, but.
And then so she ended up not being able to get in at all.
I mean, we still had, you know, she wasn't too mad about it. Like she's already downtown, found something to do.
Right.
But everybody overall, it was a pretty good night. You know,
right.
Good hangover too, whatnot.
Yeah. So if you ever go to, what is it called?
Del Mar,
make sure you dressed.
No sandals.
Yeah, no sandals.
How your feet covered up.
Yeah, we don't know the dress code, but just we know no furry.
We don't know exactly what the fuck they doing.
We know that's what it is.
But for sure,
yeah,
you can't have the sandals.
Yeah. We don't want you to get turned around. So this week in music, there was a few albums that came out that I think we were kind of looking at, or whatever. Yeah. Like, I mean, there was more than 3 that came out, but only 3 that we were kind of anticipating or were interested in. That was the Migos Culture 3, PoloG Hall of Fame, and then the Larry June, what is it called?
The Orange Print.
Orange Print, right. So which one you messing with?
Like, you know, I mean, they all, like I said, I want to say that they all like really solid pieces, but you know, for me personally, like, you know, I'm a Larry June, easy going kind of guy, so I fuck with that pimp talk and what's the name, that smooth, what's the name, so I fuck with the Larry June though. Although everybody had pretty good, you know what I'm saying, everybody's shit was pretty decent.
I said, all you need is your long Cadillac, huh?
That's it.
So you can listen to your Larry June
cruising,
with your 40 in your hand.
Right. That's it. And like I said, this motherfucker was born in '91. You can't tell me he ain't been on this earth.
Right.
That nigga is 50 in spirit, for sure.
Yeah, I think for me, just it's more so of my tempo, my speed is the Migos.
Yeah.
But also I did enjoy the PoloG one as well. I
PoloG hard, man. He got a long. Yeah. He gonna have a run.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, he's a fairly new artist.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, he really put out his music starting in 2018, and he didn't have some, you know, album that peaked at number 2 on the charts, and even this one it peaked at number 1 for a second. I think now it's at number 3.
It's at 3. He's still top 5. That's all that matters.
Yeah. One of the songs on there peaked at number 1. So yeah, he doing a good job. But let's get into a little bit more of him, is because he was in the news this Saturday. He was arrested leaving his actual release party for his album, which
with his little brother in the car.
With his little brother, and I think his sister was in there. They basically got the whole family.
Right, everybody but mama.
Besides mama and the little sister that look like, I think she might be around like 5 or 6. She real young, but yeah, that's some crazy stuff.
Crazy shit. 50 cars for a 22-year-old and a 16-year-old. I don't know how old the other sister was.
Right,
I'm talking about disco lights.
Right. I know they said though it was other people in the car. But I got some, just so I can make sure I got the facts straight.
Yeah,
let's just read just a little bit.
It seemed very overdid though. It was some overdid shit to me though. Like, so without no gun or anything like that in the car or anything.
Well, I'm gonna let you hear what they basically said was that he was arrested early Saturday morning on multiple charges in Miami. So the charges that they arrested him on was battery on a police officer, threatening a public servant, resisting an officer with violence, resisting an officer without violence, and criminal mischief. Okay, so according to the arrest report, a Miami police officer pulled over a black Cadillac that Bartlett, which is his surname, was inside of in the area of South Biscayne Boulevard and Southeast 1st Street. Police said the vehicle had blacked out windows, and the driver was asked to lower his windows. Then, which they replied, "No, for what? Why do I have to lower the window for?" Police said the vehicle was occupied by multiple males, including one who said his vehicle is bulletproof. That's why we're not lowering the windows. Then authorities said the group was then asked if they had guns inside the car, and they began nervously looking at each other but didn't respond. Now, they did say that a bag of guns was found in the car, but they didn't disclose whether or not they were licensed guns or who they were, so we don't even know that yet. According to the report, all occupants were ordered out of the vehicle so officers could conduct a pat-down to make sure the group didn't have any firearms or weapons on them. Police said most of the males then exited the car, yelling and shouting at the officers. But officers said Bartlett became increasingly verbally aggressive and refused to get out of the car, saying, "F you, what the F do I have to get out of the car for?" Police said Bartlett was removed from the vehicle by officers and was taken to the ground after he resisted, tensing his arms and throwing his body from side to side. And then, just according to the report, the rapper punched and elbowed one of the officers multiple times during the struggle, causing the officer to sustain multiple injuries, including a cut to the upper right forehead area, a cut to the right chin area, and a swollen and slightly bruised right cheek. And then he also just said, "I will kill you. I swear I'll use these fists to beat the shit out of you and knock your ass out." Now they're saying they also have, body cam footage of the whole altercation.
Well, I need to see it.
Right, of course. that was my main thing too. It's like, okay, put that body footage out. And then also, it's just, I don't know what it is, but it's something about police officers that, not all police officers, but just in a lot of situations though, where just why?
Yeah. You're escalating the situation.
And I get it too, like, because I think I mentioned on here before, it happened to me where they pulled me over because of my black tinted windows.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And then they asked me to roll all my windows down. Did I have anybody with me and all of that stuff like that? But I think in this situation, they pulled them over and they probably seen all them guys in there.
But did they not? I'm pretty sure it was a police detail assigned to the party. I'm pretty sure that they had police escort, the police there. They kind of knew what the fuck was going on. This wasn't like a small party or anything like that.
Yeah, because I don't even think PoloG was even driving the vehicle. It was somebody else driving the vehicle.
Right. He was being chauffeured. So yeah. I'm sure that they had wind of this. So with that being said, I think he's just being an asshole. I think, but he was escalating. I mean, okay, given that if this is all true. He is escalating the situation a lot more. But I'm pissed off too. Y'all fucking with me for no reason.
Right. And I think that's the one of the issues here is that everybody got different temperaments. Everybody put up with different stuff. Like for me, for instance, when I got pulled over, I had a little bit of irritation in my voice, but I'm not gonna escalate. I'm not even that type of person or anything. But it's just like, what do you mean? Especially when they ask me a dumb question like, "Why are you over here?" Like, I'm literally in my city. I'm just 2 blocks over in my city, and they ask me why I'm over here. Like, I'm not allowed to travel anywhere. Yeah.
I mean, like, for me, like, for the most part, I've been getting, like, the cool officers, or they try to be cool or whatnot. And I remember I was they tried to coerce me into saying there was some weed in the car. Like, weed isn't a bad thing or anything. I said, nigga, I don't smoke. Like, I don't have no, I mean, if you just had, like, a little weed, I say, look, man. I almost told him, like, I got a half a pint of Remy Martin in the car, but no weed. But then shut the fuck up. My eyes are red because I had me a shot before I left out. Okay, you want me to say that? Fuck it. No weed in the car, man. Just liquor, asshole. Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's his album release party, man. Why y'all coming here and fucking with me?
Right. He's trying to,
And I'm pretty sure they wasn't. I'm pretty sure. I'm $1 to a donut, sugar to shit. I'm pretty sure they wasn't just the nicest when they came into the car. Not. They was probably being condescending. They probably was, pull over, what you doing, and being assholes about the situation though.
And I could see it too, because they were saying how, they asked me if any guns was in the car, and they said people's faces was looking all crazy. But it's just like, damn if I tell you, damn if I don't. Yeah, it's like, nowadays people don't know what to do.
It's best to tell. It's best. Yes, I do got some heaters in the bag right there. I don't have them on me. They in the bag in the back. That's what's best though. But like I said, I really think they was fucking with that boy, and but it just irritated him. Like I don't condone his reaction fully, but I understand it. Yeah. I have an understanding of damn what the fuck you want, man.
And then just to continue on the situation, his mom, of course, was pissed off. I think her name is Stacia Mack.
Yeah,
and she was upset, and basically they took all her kids.
Yeah.
And one of them was his 16-year-old little brother, and I guess that she was trying to ask the police officers
about
where he was at,
child,
where my son at, and they wasn't really telling her too much information. So, But yeah, I mean, that's crazy to kind of have to deal with. Like, you know, you trying to celebrate your success and then you got to deal with stuff like that.
They tearing Miami now. They tearing these rappers ass up. Y'all better be cool. Y'all better drive some Honda Civics around that fucking. Because more likely y'all go get them nice Lambos and Cadillacs and stuff. Y'all gonna get targeted.
Yeah. So another story that happened this week was a 6-year-old was shot by an Asian man in Michigan, in our own goddamn state, after trying to get his bike off the neighbor's lawn. So just a little bit of context on this situation.
Just 3 days after this accused shooter shot a little boy, he walks free, making bond on Tuesday. It has this family angry and confused.
And I'm trying to figure out how he got a bond that was so low for trying to kill my kid.
Arnold Daniel trying to figure out why Ryan Lee Wen is out of jail after allegedly shooting his son Kobe.
He tried to hit me with a sledgehammer, but that's not gonna work because I'm too fast.
So then what did he do?
Got a gun, boom, shot me right here.
It's all on video Saturday afternoon on Candlewood Lane. You'll see kids playing, hear a gunshot, then Kobe realizes he's hit. Lee Wen allegedly fired through his front window. The bullet went in Kobe's arm and out the other side.
He's bleeding! He got shot! Kobe got shot! Andrew! Kobe got shot! Oh, police!
Basically what happened was the boy and some other kids were playing in front of his yard with their bikes, and I guess they left their bikes in front of his yard. Now, the dad of the young boy was basically saying that they've had issues with his neighbor before, and the boy went to go get his bike back from in front of it, and the boy reported on the news that the guy tried to hit him with a sledgehammer. He said he was too fast. So he couldn't get him, and then that was when the guy went in his house and I guess shot through his window and hit the boy in his arm, and it went straight through. Went straight through. 6 years old.
Yeah, that's a fucking tragedy. But like I said, given all discretion from me watching the news, reading and everything, I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. The little boy probably is a little bad fucker. Like we all know little bad fuckers. We know the little boys that sticking middle fingers up at you and stuff like that. Now, given that, it's no, like I said, I don't give a fuck if it's a grown bad fucker. I don't care who it is. You don't shoot out your window,
right? Because you can hit anybody
blindly, at somebody for having their bike on your grass. Right. I don't give a fuck how fed up you is though. And like I said, you should play stupid games. You should win the stupidest prizes. But not only did he not win a stupid prize, he won a bonus. This fucker gets a $10,000 bond.
You have the initial one, $10,000 bond.
$10,000 bond.
Not a cash bond. So really, he only had to pay like $1,000.
And basically walked in and walked right back out. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I just have I don't know if like by them saying that they had friction before, did that play into their decision to give him a bond based on like he might have called the police on them before and this. Like,
I think that played into them rearresting his ass once he got let out. Yeah,
because like I mean I'm pretty sure, and then like that's what they say is people own the Faux House, the little noodle place or whatever. So you know that shit wasn't.
And I like Faux House too.
Fuck Faux House.
I have been there a couple times, you know.
Fuck Faux House. Good. Well, that Faux House, you know, not all Faux Houses, but like I think they own the franchise in Faux House. So yeah, fuck Faux House for now.
It probably was the one I went to. It was in Taylor. It probably was that one.
Yeah, fuck the Faux House for now.
Yeah.
Like I said, they condone little boys getting shot.
Yeah.
And like it just made me wonder if it was the other way around. If that was a little black boy and those were little Asian kids or something like that, and he shot at him. Oh, Asian hate? What?
Right.
They'd have put his ass under the jail.
And what's crazy too is the fact that they gave him that low bond, and they were basically saying it was because they didn't feel like he was a threat to the community or that he was a flight risk. Forget all that. You shooting blindly through the window. You crazy. In my eyes, you crazy.
You're a menace to society. I don't want you on my block. Get
something wrong with you.
You're fucking sick.
And they said that he didn't even live there. That was his girlfriend's house.
Oh, ain't this? Oh no,
you don't even live there.
Hey man. Oh, this is not even your shit. Okay.
Right. Dope.
Okay.
But
like I said, you know, every neighborhood got the little bad kids. Or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
And all, whatnot.
But the boy, did you see the boy?
Like I said, I would have preferred you had walked him down to his people's house.
Yeah.
Like I said, anything.
And he's so damn little. You literally could have picked him up by the back. I mean, I could have picked him up by the back of his shirt, walked his ass down to where his daddy was at. Right.
House. And then, of course, a fight would ensue. But that's better than shooting at the
right.
little nigga.
That would have been between a grown person and a grown person, not you and a child.
Like I said, the fact, like I said, this world take the innocence away from these kids. So so easily though. Like that little boy got shot at. Like he got shot, shot at.
Yeah.
Getting shot at would have been enough, but to actually get shot, you done robbed that little boy of so much innocence. It's ridiculous. Though,
yeah.
like.
I mean, on the news when he was talking, it do sound like he don't really understand the seriousness of it. Like for real.
You sound like all the little bad fuckers. Little bad fuckers.
But they were saying, I mean, he got shot in his arm straight through. But they said if it would have just went slightly over, it would have been like life threatening.
We're not talking about a marksman. We talking about somebody just shooting blindly out their fucking house, man. Like
could have went through and hit somebody else's house. They ain't got nothing to do with it.
Nothing. Driving down the street.
And we've heard of a lot of situations like that too. A lot of situations like that.
Fuck Full House.
But okay, and then let's just end it with that. They did get him again. Re-arrest him, higher bond, $100,000, and it's cash.
Okay.
Cash bond. So
that's a weekend in Full House.
You think so?
Yeah.
But you think his parents gonna put that money up?
No, I think
$100,000. They have to sell one of their Full Houses.
No, what happens is they're gonna let him sit just so the
media,
bit. So the media feel better. Like, okay, we'll let him sit in there for a couple of days. Get his ass right back out of there.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want him to come straight back on the streets. Because then what that's going to do, that might incite people that's upset to try to do something to him.
Yeah, so, they're going to have to hide his ass.
Well, let's just make sure it looked like some justice was served just to calm people down a little bit.
Right.
And then get them out.
Okay, so another thing, man, people getting robbed all over the place.
Yeah.
Robbed all over the place. So, Sway Lee with Ray Shrimmer got $300,000 worth of jewelry stolen from a Miami, once again, Miami, but a Miami hotel. He said he thought that the people that worked there did it because he said that when he said something to the hotel, one of the chains popped up or whatever. They was like, oh, we found this one or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Floyd Mayweather also got his house robbed in Las Vegas.
They took some shit from him because he talking about $100,000 reward. So they had to take million or like heirlooms or something like that. Shit that mean a lot to him. He said no. Then he said, I don't even want to know nothing. Just I got $100,000. Just give my shit back.
Yeah, I guess it was like handbags. He good on the handbags and just like a lot of other valuables.
Yeah, probably some boxing memorial shit from old belts or something like. I'm not sure what it is, but it's $100,000 to him worth of shit. Right, and he just had that fight, so yeah, I know. He good, like it ain't nothing. But these other cases, at first, I'm always thinking, damn, it's a pandemic, insurance jobs, but
You think so?
I mean, we got to take it case by case. But a lot of this shit, though,
it could be.
Y'all know these exact numbers.
Because that, if it's $300,000, it's insured for $1 million or $2 million.
Hey, man, I ain't even had a car worth $50,000. I make sure that motherfucker was locked up, and I look out the windows and make sure my shit there and all that stuff. So if I got $300,000 worth of jewelry, I'm gonna be a little more mindful of what the fuck going on.
Not just leaving it around. But I will say with Sway Lee at the same time, it might have been the same hotel because I seen it within the same week. He was throwing like cash over the balcony.
Okay.
And I don't know if the hotel people like seen him doing it. It was like, oh, he
got one.
It's like, oh, he must not care. We take this. He got it like that.
Right. Yeah, he got
not that that's like right, but
he got insurance like that. I like this. Is what I'm saying. All this shit is insured. And that's why when they be coming out with like the exact number and the exact what's the name, it always make me look like, motherfucker, you put a plate on. You had somebody go in there, snatch that bag, and just call and reported it. Whatever. And you put it in news outlets just to make sure it's real or whatnot. But yeah, it was a tight shit. I ain't heard no Sway Lee music in a minute, man. You might need a little extra 300.
I don't know. I think just like with Dej Loaf and some of these other artists that ain't been putting out nothing in a while, they still making money. He probably still making money off of that. What's it called? Black Beetle?
Yeah.
That was that shit though.
Yeah, like certain songs, motherfuckers be rich for a minute. Yeah. But they ain't had, we need some Shrimp Life music. At first, I heard it was beefing. Whatnot.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, is they even still a group?
Because I don't brothers. Like, I mean, you know,
they real brothers.
Yeah, they real brothers. I believe they're real brothers.
Real brothers.
And they but yeah, y'all, it been quiet, and then $300,000 worth of jewelry come up missing. It looks a little sketchy.
That how they paying their bills?
I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that jewelry wasn't worth $300,000.
Yeah, well, I ain't never had $300,000 worth of jewelry. I don't even think my house worth $300,000.
I don't. Mine ain't either. But like I said, I'm really not leaving that shit around. I don't that shit on my back.
Yeah,
with me.
I don't leave shit around that I think is worth value to me.
If
it was a hat in there I really liked and I ain't want to, have to rebuy that mug, it's staying with me.
Like I say, I been on certain these West Side hoods, Dexter, Linwood, all over that way, or in the hood somewhere over here, Black Bottom. I'm out the window looking at my car. Ain't nobody gonna say, hey, I'm just making sure. Just look like the type of place this shit happens.
Right.
You feel me? So, that, I don't know. I hope it's not, because they're gonna find out soon. I think with the pandemic going on and so much fraud shit going on, I think the fraud meters is all the way up now. So
right.
You better be careful with all that shit, because they tired of paying our money.
Right. Now, did you watch the, since we speaking of like Floyd Mayweather, did you watch the, I think it was the YouTube versus TikTokers
I got hit
fights
to it.
that they was
I think I watched it like this morning though. Like, yeah, I watched it. And like I said, it's a lot of people. I'm glad you brought that up though. Like, and it's people, like actual boxers, hate this shit. They, oh my God, these motherfuckers, this desecration to the sport. Listen, man, you gotta get you a following, do something interesting. The only person I'm hearing who's not complaining about all the social media people being able to sell out arenas and all these pay-per-view sales is Ryan Garcia. Now, Ryan Garcia is heavy on Instagram. Like,
right.
He actually, he's a damn good boxer though, but he has some, he fucked with De La Hoya, so your shit fucked up, your management fucked up. But I think he has over 20 million Instagram followers and whatnot, so he just be on Instagram doing his training shits and all that, whatever. He has no problem.
Right.
He understands that my following from here carries over to here though. So I think, like you said, you need your regular boxing trainers and what's the name. Then you also need your managements to be on top of this aspect, your exposure. I was just watching I was watching the Charlo shit, and that's what my fiance like. Well, I don't even know him without his brother. I say, and that's a fucking problem though. Like, he's a top tier boxer, but the only reason you know him is because he's a twin and his brother and whatnot. He's that good. You need to make sure your face is everywhere. You're supposed to be a household name.
Right.
3-division champion. Come on now.
Yeah, well, nowadays, like old dude, if you're not savvy on the social media and everything
Hire
like that.
somebody.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just think they don't understand the importance of that.
Yeah.
Until they see Logan Paul bringing in $20-30 million, and then your last 2-3 fights, you ain't made $20-30 million of.
But the fight I thought the fights was funny though, because like they had at one point this freaking little white skinny dude fighting this big black guy.
Lamar Odom,
that was the most unfair thing I ever seen.
Yeah. It was bad. Like, but the eyes was on it.
Yeah,
they did a good job of promoting it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Boxers, y'all depend solely on these promoters, and they've been promoting since the early 1960s and 70s.
What, for boxing?
Yes. And this is the thing. Do you really think they know what the fuck, how to get people's attention to the sport now? No, they just know what they do. Get a TV network, get some money from them, and put the fight on, promote it, fly all over the place, and do that. No, that don't work no more. I mean, it'll work. You'll get a bag. You're just not gonna get that bag.
Now DDG, the guy, I think he's from Pontiac.
Pontiac, yeah.
He's from Pontiac, and he was on there too. He won his fight, and people were saying like, yeah, you're from Michigan, represent Michigan and everything. Snap Dogg had to get in and be like, dog, they ain't had me up in there, man.
No, because Snap Dogg's a real fighter.
Yeah. I seen he had posted a picture of him too.
He's a real boxer.
First of all, he fast because half the time he always be wanting to race somebody. Yeah. So I know his hands is probably quick as hell. No,
like if you see the actual Snap Dogg footage, Snap Dogg fuck one of these people up for real. Like, that's why he always with the rep.
Right.
He ain't got no problem. I will fight you. And you see, he say, they back up. Yeah, because you're a professional.
Right.
You gonna fuck somebody up for real.
All right, we're gonna take a break there, and then when we come back, we'll be talking about Kim Kardashian and a little bit of other stuff. So, see you then.
Yeah.
second half anyway. But go quick. What up? Welcome back to the Soso and Uggy show.
Mike.
So what we wanted to discuss was, like I said, Kim Kardashian and how she wrapped her Lambo in some, I think it was like a fabric that she's going to have on one of her new items for her Skims clothing.
Yeah, stupid.
The entire thing, inside and out.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. I mean, no, go ahead.
No. It's just, and then it was literally in white that she wrapped it in.
But see, it's like it's a promotional thing. I get it. But you got 4 kids? Four kids. That car is finished in a day. I'm telling you, them grubby ass hands, nasty Capri Suns. You got Jolly Rancher, Skittles,
stuck
all
to the back.
Of shit. McDonald's fried grease. All that shit though. Like, they come from grandma's house. That car is finished. Yeah,
I hope that she really wasn't trying to drive that off.
You better not drive that goddamn
off the lot, especially because she lives. I mean, I think she lives in Los Angeles, probably someplace hot. It don't really rain, but either way, as soon as you get on the road, dust gonna kick up on it.
Small dust, all man, come
bugs
on.
Gonna be in.
You gotta take that fucker to the cleaners. Like, I mean, what is? Like, it was a promotional thing. That's why, and then it wasn't meant to make sense though. But that was a fucking waste of time. You should have just showed us the bullshit clothes or something like that. Like, the outfit that you had on was enough.
Right. I'm about to say, and then she blended into it when she laid on it, and she had on the outfit.
So just stupid shit. I mean, I guess though. Like, I mean, she got me talking about it. She got us talking about it. So
right. It was just funny. And then on the other hand, Kanye West came out with his new bubble coat that he's doing with Gap with a $200 price tag.
Yeah, and it's it already sold out. Like, cause I got
already sold out.
Like, I'm a Gap shopper. I'm one of the last people that's keeping the doors open, I believe. But I got an email for the pre-order of the jacket. So I said, damn, the jacket, whatever. And I expected it to be some bullshit. But like, come on, man, the jacket ain't got no zipper. It looked like it's not done. It looked like it went down the production line, and he said, "Nuff." That's it right there. Put
no
the tag
zipper.
on it, get it the fuck out.
Did it even have pockets? I don't even know.
I don't know. That shit looked like a big blue blob.
Right.
It like I said, I was telling people, it looked like, when you was little, you ever put your jacket on upside down?
Oh yeah.
That's how it looks.
Right.
It should look good. But it's sold out already.
Oh yeah.
In a pre-order. So it had me thinking, I said to myself, why don't I just buy one? Strictly for the resale. Strictly for
the
for
a quick $5,000 or something like that.
Because and then like for him, his message. This is what I'm saying. His message is. That's why I think like a lot of this shit that he does and all these clothes, we like, what the fuck is the point? I think he's trying to prove a point that like motherfuckers will buy anything with a brand name attached to it and stuff like that. Cause some of this shit, like some of them Yeezys and shit like it's don't get me wrong, it's some legitimate, good looking Yeezy shoes and all that. But that clog. Yeah. And it's other little items. I'm looking like he's just making a mockery of people, and y'all motherfuckers are going crazy about it though. Like,
I'm about to say, nowadays, I agree with that. People will buy anything, but it's because people. I mean, there's so many things that just look so similar. If it looks different, they want it.
Right.
Even if you got a shirt where something is. I mean, they buy stuff where stuff is misspelled. They like that stuff.
I just think they like the Yeezy name. Like it's enough hype beast. I think it's just like enough hype beast. To the point where like that's a whole different world and community though. So I don't even I'm not talking to like I'm not talking to like a sensible person who buys clothes because of the colors or is nice or the quality. Just the hype beast culture, period. Like hype beast, that's a whole different world. This shit don't even gotta make sense. Like as long as it's a label, a brand, a name or something like that. Like a Supreme, a real Supreme shirt, I think costs like $40, $50. But you got to buy it online because they always sold out for $100 or $80. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just because somebody drove the price up. Like, and it's like, I'm not buying no fucking jacket that look like it been put in the microwave with no zippers on it.
No, you know what it look like though, for real. Those soil linen bags. Like somebody just took them boys and made it.
That looked like a nice idea for a fucking jacket. It's just terrible. Like it doesn't like. But I really think that he's sitting back making a mockery, just like when he did the poopity scoop.
What's that?
Exactly. That shit went number one.
Poopity scoop.
He came out with a song and said poopity scoop, poopity scoop. Poop.
Oh no, I ain't never heard that. That sound crazy.
Shit went number
sound
one.
like some little kids song.
Because he's making, like I said, he's making
little kids
like,
and then daycare.
Right. And the shit went up. That shit went crazy.
Hell no.
Because it's just a name brand. It's Kanye West, so it's gonna get the clicks anyway.
Right. But that's what Kanye is kind of known for too. So
I wish you can.
It works for him,
man. Just make some nice T-shirts with the logo on, man. We'll buy that shit. We're gonna buy it though.
Be a little more.
And the whole thing with Gap, like, I mean, I was cool with the price point because that's you $200. I said shit.
And I was telling you that's probably the most expensive thing that Gap has on there.
I mean, yeah, they got some jeans that's cost that, but ain't nobody paying it. They wait for them to go on sale. But that was his whole point of the collaboration with them was to make more affordable fly shit. Like they make like regular, like they on the edge of fashion. They have all the templates though. They just don't have no swag to it. It's not no touch and no. So that was perfect though. Like, that's perfect for him to come all the way up because he used to charge $150 for like one white tee with shit on it. Like, nothing on it. I don't even think I had a tag.
Right.
But so if y'all can come together, that's cool. But like, don't make a mockery of people and sell people garbage bags and shit like that. Though. Like, come on, if you're gonna do that, man, you can go to hell.
Well, I know you said you're gonna buy it just to resell it, but I better not see you in it, man. Better not see you in it this fall or this winter.
Man, listen, that shit, you gonna see that shit go up on StockX and come right back down.
So speaking of them though too, well, you know that they're getting a divorce. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of publicized at this point. Yeah. And they even spoke about it on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which is in its last season. Been on air for 14 years, 20 seasons. Yeah. Long time.
A lot of TV money, man.
Oh yeah. And she basically, so Kim Kardashian basically said on there too that she wanted someone that would do the simple things as far as like, work out with her, that like the same shows as her. Like she said, like she's done all the extravagant things, and she appreciates all of that, but now she's looking more towards similar things. So it sounds like she's kind of airing out what she's looking for in her next man. So simple men out there, you know what I mean?
So you got a shot, baby.
Right. You might want to get in DMs or whatever.
I say that's big cap though, because you are attention.
Yeah.
You are. I don't want to call it, like I said, that's still a man's wife. That's another thing I be having to respect people's wives. You are the attention whore. Like. That's what you're about. Everything's about it. You so much to the point though. Like I don't keep up with it as much. That's crazy. Keep up with the Kardashians. I don't keep up with it, but I know the one sister don't like that shit, and y'all be on her ass about not being on the camera.
Not being in it a lot. Yeah. I think it's the oldest sister.
Yeah, Courtney. She don't like that shit. Like she kind of cool on it, and y'all really be having a real hard time giving her the business about not wanting to be on camera. So you mean to tell me that now, just now, that you, I like the I like, no, the fuck you don't.
Now, do you think that she can be with, a more simpler man that's not, always out in the public eye and stuff?
Like I said, by her being attention whore and whatnot, I'm gonna keep it real. I might get some flack for it, but I got the facts to back it up. I think she was a damn good wife to Kanye, honestly. She defended him. She wore them bullshit clothes. She had his back with that whole Taylor Swift thing, which was the greatest shit though. Helped him out. Then at the same time, she kind of played the back. Okay, I'm gonna use this relationship that you got with this whole ass nigga Trump. I'm gonna free some black men real quick. I'm gonna peruse my way. I think she did. She was pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, she stuck by him through his stuff.
He's the erratic one, and I don't. Everybody's saying, "Oh no," because it's a genius, and then. He's such a genius to the point where he speedball. I say, man, hey, you need a translator. Just don't do interviews.
Well, she said they was living in literally different states, and she said that was the only time they got along. Was when he was, out of state.
Weekend. I seen someone say, I seen a meme going around saying that, like, I mean, if we married, that don't mean. He said, I think it's best that we have our own like living situations. If you married. Because that's what's best. I said, so you want to be girlfriend and boyfriend? You want to get married to be girlfriend and boyfriend, really? I get it, but I don't think that's just how it works. Can you imagine having a different house than your wife? Y'all just...
No.
No, I don't... That's boyfriend and girlfriend shit.
No.
But y'all been living together for a minute now.
Yeah, I was about to say, we actually moved in together about maybe some months after... We started going out because she moved in with me and like my my family and stuff like that. So yeah, we've been living together like forever. So yeah, that would be like the weirdest thing for us.
Yeah. Like I get it, but I don't think that works. Like it just doesn't work. Like for the shit in a relationship, like a marriage, not even just a relationship, a marriage. Like certain shit that I think marriage is kind of some crazy shit, but I don't think living in a separate house it promotes that very well. I don't think that's.
Can you do? Sometimes when they be married, they be in separate rooms, separate beds.
Yeah,
you think that's all right too?
My grandparents was like that. Yeah.
What, separate rooms or separate beds?
Separate beds.
Okay,
they
separate beds.
2 full-size beds, with the weirdest shit ever. I just thought it was weird. Like, but I get it though, because she hogged the cover sometimes. Or like, you might want the fan on. You might want, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Like, I feel it. But I don't think we should go to that fucking extreme to have separate living quarters based on that.
Right. No, but I get it though. You talking about some hogging the covers. Melanie be hogging the covers, and she do it so aggressively too. I be wanting to just like pull the hell out of that motherfucker and flip her on the floor.
You got a fan on, but you cut the fucking fan off if it's cold and you want to steal all the covers. Goddamn. I mean, now we going a little deep. But yeah, like I don't think like the small shit like that, or I like certain TV shows and whatnot. I don't think that's enough to have a whole fucking separate house. You can have a space in the house that's your own, and you have a space in the house that's your own. But we got man.
Yeah. So, what do you think for you? What matters the most to you in a relationship?
You got to communicate and you got to be friends. Like to me personally, and that's a common thing though. Like friends, like real friends, like not these fake friends that agree with each other. Like real friends. Like I think that's the main part of a relationship. Communicating. Hey man, you wrong. Whatever. Whoop. And it's no lingering effect after I tell you like, hey, I ain't feel that shit. Whatever. Whoop. Because you know that I love you to the point where this bothered me or I didn't feel that shit though. So it ain't no hard feelings or it ain't no get back or nothing like that. That's a real friendship, and I think that should be entailed in part of a relationship.
Right.
The biggest part. And laughter in a relationship.
Yeah, like that. Definitely that.
You gotta have some common.
You gotta have fun with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it has to be fun though. Like
Like I don't even know. Like I'm trying to think. Okay, like Tiana Taylor and her husband, they seem like they be having like fun. I know they had their little situation in the past and stuff like that, but
overall, but that's just growing up though. Like you got to keep in mind I think marriage ain't a game for the young. Yeah, cause like people don't even really like realize they self until like I want to say like mid-20s stuff like that, and the people who say they are fucking full of shit though. Or they haven't been through enough to where your what's the name. So you can't satisfy somebody else really, like, or feed somebody else. You can't give everybody everything if you don't even know what the fuck you got.
Yeah. So. But I think I agree with Kim. You do have to have some type of interest together, because if you don't, if most of the things that you guys are interested in are just separate, then it's not going to work.
And it shouldn't just be like relationship shit. Like we like to have sex. Okay, that's that's a big thing. But we like going on dates. We got like the regular shit. That can't be it. It got to be some outside, some other outside forces though. Like
like for me, for instance, what matters to me like in a relationship is, just like you, laughter, being able to like do stuff together, but just also like having the same or similar goals. Like it doesn't have to be like the exact same path. Like maybe your goal is to like for instance my wife's goal is to do social work, and then mine is to do this podcast and some other ventures, but you guys are like working towards that. Like one person is now on the couch and the other person is working. So having for me is we both have ambitions. We both are on the same mindset financially, which I love, because we actually just recently, last year she got a $20,000 check from her grandmother passing, and so she was able to take that money and pay down like all her debt. And then this year I was actually able to pay down all my debt, and we wanted to do that together. Like we both had that that mindset, like we want to do that.
And like I said, and with that y'all never gonna have no problems with money, because y'all think like-minded with money.
Right. And then we go out together, you know what I mean? And then we support each other on, even though we may not be interested in the same things, she still support me on this, and I support her on that.
See, that's a big thing. Y'all going places.
Well, it's been 11 years, man. It's been a long time, so.
Long haul situation.
Yeah. So I think that concludes today's podcast.
Yeah, we ain't got shit else to talk about.
We ain't got nothing else to talk about.
You know.
So make sure y'all, subscribe to the channel. Check out some other interviews that we've done, man. Like help.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, man.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Trying to build something over here.
Yeah, yeah. Get them views up. Get them subscribers up, man. Like we over here
Stop
talking.
watching the goddamn Instagram clip and piecing it together, man. And then you come and talk to me. That's why I was the other day, a motherfucker like, yeah, because when you said, I said, hold on. So I had it play in my mind. I said, that's the goddamn minute and a half clip I put up, and that's the other minute clip. Well, I watched it on Instagram. No, right. I need you to go watch it. Look, you can just cut the shit on and walk away, and then come back and forth, like like a movie or TV or something like that. Though. But like, don't make me think that you engaged and you're not engaged. But like,
don't be pump faking.
All that pump faking.
And then also, I mean, if you guys have any suggestions as far as maybe some topics that you want to hear us discuss, or even some trending stuff that's going on in the media that we may not have seen.
We see everything, though, but
Yeah, we try to at least. But send it our way. You can send it through our Instagram page at the Detour ENT. You can even comment on some of our older posts on the videos on our YouTube channel, which is at Detour ENT. We also have an email that you can find on our Instagram page as well. But just check us out. Check us out. Yeah. And then we'll just see you guys on the next episode.
Be cool, but don't freeze.